Hello, I'm Margaret and this is Mag Sing Along. Today I'm going to talk about how to sing long phrases without running out of air. So we've all been there when we have this long phrase that we have to sing in a song and we're just so terrified that we're not going to be able to finish it, like we don't have enough air to sing the whole phrase. It's a really common fear that we all share. Now what that looks like depends on the person, but usually it looks a little bit like this. I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. So you can see my body is collapsing inward while I'm singing. My inhales are pretty gaspy. And the quality of my sound is kind of breathy. The sound isn't very focused. So all of these things tie into why I'm running out of air really fast. So how can we change this? How can we make our body capable to sing the phrase longer without running out of air? There's a few different things, a few different tricks that you can do. The first one is sing louder. A lot of times when we feel like we're running out of air, we try to hold in our air and sing softer because we think we need to sing softer to maintain the air inside of our bodies, but that actually makes you run out of air faster. That's because the vocal folds or the vocal cords inside your throat, when they come together to make sound, they vibrate sound, they slow down how fast air is exiting your body because they're coming together to slow it down and they create sound waves from that. So you want to make them come together more, and then you'll have more air left. For example, I want you all to try this. Take in a full tank of air and exhale as fast as you can without sound. It exhales really fast, right? Within a second. Now, take in a full tank of air and exhale as fast as you can with half sound and half breathy sound, breathiness, like this. Notice how my exhale lasts a little bit longer. Now, take in a full tank of air and exhale as fast as you can with a focus sound, so all voice. You get the picture. You can go so much longer with more sound being produced than you would with less sound being produced. It doesn't always make so much sense because we think it would be the opposite, but when you understand the mechanics of the body and how we make sound, it does make sense. So when I'm singing that phrase, I see trees of green, red roses too, you can see that my sound is pretty breathy. If I were just to try and make more sound, I see trees of green, red roses too, I can actually complete my phrase without feeling like I'm running out of air. Now, another thing to watch out for is how you're preparing your body for that phrase. A lot of times when we get worried about the phrase we're going to sing and worried that we're not going to have enough air, we try to get as much air as possible on the inhale, but the way that we do it sometimes is not actually efficient. The way I just did it with a gasp, you can see my shoulders are rising. I'm actually breathing pretty high in my lungs and I'm not setting up my body for a good inhale. I'm not filling my lungs completely because I'm not letting the air go deeper into my lungs. So it's always good to breathe a little bit deeper. Let the inhale start right above the diaphragm, which is in the middle of your torso. And you can also think into your lower back. You want to imagine expanding the inhale there. If that doesn't make sense for you right now, try to find a teacher to help you with breathing. Yoga teachers tend to know about this too, and Alexander Technique teachers. Someone who is very skilled with the body and how breaths work. You want to make sure you're breathing lower. And then the next thing to watch out for is, let's say you get a good inhale, but while you sing, I see trees of green, red roses too, you can feel the torso, the walls of the torso are collapsing inward. That's also going to cause you to run out of air faster because the lungs are then being squeezed inward and the air pressure goes up and you have to exhale fast. Instead, you want to keep the torso wall expanded as you sing, as much as you can. Obviously, it's going to come in a little bit as you exhale, but you want to try imagining like you're expanding as you exhale instead of collapsing in. So it looks more like this. I see trees of green, red roses too. Versus this. I see trees of green, red roses too. It really changes the quality of the sound too. Suddenly my sound went breathy when I started collapsing my ribs. So there's some details in this that I know might be a little confusing if you haven't worked with breath before. But the idea is you just want to imagine your whole 360-degree torso stays open, not collapsed in. And that you just sing louder. Let your voice come through more and you'll have more air left. And one last trick is letting more sound go into your nasal cavity, into the nose, while you sing. And that helps the sound stay so focused that you could sing way longer. So if I were to sing the phrase again, I see trees of green, red roses too. I have sound in my nose and I feel like I have so much air left versus I see trees of green, red roses too. I can feel my body collapse when I don't have sound in my nose. So if you're not sure if you have sound in your nose, you can plug it. I see trees of green. And then as you sing, you can pull out an imaginary booger and see if you can maintain the same sensation. I see trees of green, red roses too. And that's it. I'm Margaret and this is Mag Sing Along. You can join me every week for more tips on singing.